So guys, I'm here at the Elm Street Diner, and obviously it's unfortunately a sad, ugly, and cloudy day in Connecticut, but I really want to come here and try out their milkshakes because, it's been getting a lot of, buzz on Instagram. One of their milkshakes I want to get, I think it's like the birthday milkshake. It's like between $25 and $30. And I just want to see if it's worth it because, obviously I'm from New Haven. So, coming down here is definitely a hassle. It's $50 by Uber. It's like, almost an hour train ride. So our famous milkshakes. So the first one's the Elm Street Cake Shake. Choose your flavor, decorate frosted rim, layer cake, donuts, cupcakes, candy, assorted toppings of whipped cream. And this is what I'm getting, the OMG birthday ball. Celebrate your birthday in style. Our double XL cake, choose your flavor of milkshake, cake, Belgian waffle, assorted candies, toppings, and a jumbo sparkler. So that's like $28. I've never paid for a $28 milkshake, so I'm really excited to try this one out. Guys, I'm seeing them constructed, and it looks really, really awesome. I'm seeing a blue cupcake, I'm seeing a rainbow cupcake, I'm seeing a bunch of donuts and sparklers. So this is the OMG birthday cake, and what I have to say is that, I've never seen anything like this in my entire life. Just seeing all this, sugar and everything, on top of it. You have like mini ice cream cones, you have a sparkler on it, you have popsicles, you have cotton candy, and, you have Belgian waffle on it as well. So it's gonna be interesting to try out. One thing that I do criticize it for is it's definitely, a very messy project. So I'm gonna eat this and tell you guys how it is as I'm going through all this stuff. So, here we go. So I'm just debating how I'm going to start this. Yeah, here are some of the, the ice cream cones. So, they're very hollow, but they have a good dash of sugar on top. I got like a red velvet ice cream bar. The strategy to this is that you definitely need to drink some water. I would also recommend getting multiple plates, just so you're not making a mess. And I would also kind of say that you need to take your time with this. If you just eat through it really quickly, you're not going to finish it. I'm not really a Tootsie Pop person, so I'm going to take this off. Yeah, this isn't a Pop Rocks, but I'm going to take this off as well. It's a beautiful blue color. It has a good frosting. It tastes a little like a cream cheese frosting to me. So I do have my work cut out for me. I still got a donut, a lollipop, a Belgian waffle, and a milkshake and a couple of Kit Kat bars. I do appreciate them having the donut being a warm temperature. It's a good contrast, Yeah, this is not just a milkshake, it's more of an experience really, so, it is a little messy, when you take things apart, it's a really big mess, I still would recommend it, it's a fun project. I would also kind of say too that, definitely this is also something that it's not really for one person, it's going to have multiple people involved in this. I've never seen this before, like a marshmallow lollipop. Yeah, this tastes like marshmallow. It has a bit of a cotton candy and a bit of strawberry. This is when you know that you're killing it, so you have the milkshake, you have the sprinkles, and you have the white chocolate, and then right here, I actually can take this off. So, here's the birthday cake, here's another donut, here's the Belgian waffle, and here's my graveyard of just things that I took some bits and pieces of, and definitely there's a lot of chopsticks in this, so I'll tell you guys how the milkshake is. I do think that, as I said, like when people know when they order this that it's not really just a milkshake. It's really just these other things involved. But it does take a lot of work to actually get to the milkshake, so that can be a little bit deterring. But I will say that this is something very, very memorable, and I can't wait to just keep at eating this away. I really like the look of the milkshake as well. The rim having all these rainbow colors with sprinkles, and also these white chocolate bars. And it seems like, they really just, like, even though a person can look at this and be like, oh, they threw everything on top of here, like there's definitely like care and craft and all this, so it's not like, it is a gluttony food item, but I do feel like, but there's definitely some craftsmanship, and they thought about like every item and just making sure it's all like, of good food quality, of a good like temperature and everything like that, really. Almost just like how you put sushi together, and when people make sushi, they really think about, how all the flavors come together and what needs to be at what temperature, really. So I'm really happy that this is really thought out, really. I don't feel like they threw everything together and I'm like a human garbage disposal. So I'm at my food wall right now, so I just can't eat anymore. But what I would have to say is that, definitely this was very, artistic. It was definitely very memorable, and I really, really enjoyed it. But what I would say, honestly, is, advice for people. If you want to have this, make sure you do it with a friend. Like this is like a 2 to 3 person project. Just make sure you're also removing like the chopsticks, because there's a bunch of that in here. And also too, like when they have the sparkler, for safety reasons, I always just like kind of just step away from the table, because you never know how that's going to end up. I was going to come back and try another milkshake tomorrow, but I'm going to have to maybe wait a month or so, just because, this is a lot to really process, so. But overall, I would say like, I would definitely would say that this is like a B. This is like A minus to me, because obviously it's definitely memorable. It's something that I'll remember my entire life. As I said, but and I really am happy that when they put this all together, they really just thought about craftsmanship, and even like donuts being like toasted. There's a lot of places that are like, okay, well, we're making this big item, we'll throw everything together, we'll not even think about every little thing, really. So I'm happy that they're very detailed and all that, really. So it means a lot. All right, that's all I gotta say. So this is overall a really great milkshake, and I can't wait to try the next one, the next big epic one. Maybe a month or two from now, just to give myself a bit of a break, because this really just filled my milkshake, tolerance for such a long time. Not because it was bad, but because it was just overly epic.